Good morning, my wild and beautiful friends. Ever think about cooking a lion's mane mushroom and maybe don't know quite what to do with them? I've got you. Keep on watching to see how we do it. These little fungi beauties are becoming more and more popular. I found these at our local natural grocers. You can definitely order them online or even order a grow kit, which would be super fun and maybe a little bit more cost effective, as these little guys can be a little bit pricey. Also, honestly, maybe the most interesting looking mushroom I've ever cooked. Oh, I'm totally geeking out. I'm such a mushroom nerd. Anywho, so there's multiple ways you can cook these up, but today I thought I'd focus on super simple mushroom steak. So I've got a pan here. This is a little grill pan, but uses cast iron, whatever you've got on hand. I'm spraying a little bit of cooking oil, and I'm just gonna plop these little guys right onto the pan. The key to making a good mushroom steak, especially with this type of mushroom, is to add pressure. We wanna get all of that moisture pressed down out of there. And if you can't tell, I'm using a makeshift press here. I've got a clean pan that you can tell I just washed it. And I'm just gonna weight it down with some of these ramekins, kind of get it as even as I can, if I could spit that out. There we go. You can see our little mushrooms under there getting some pressure going and starting to sizzle a little bit. I'm gonna give these about 5 or 6 minutes on medium heat before I even look at them. While we're doing that, I'm gonna make a really quick compound butter with these ridiculously large blue gloves so I don't smell like garlic. So I'm just chopping up 3 really large cloves of garlic, and in a ramekin that I'm not using to weight down our mushrooms, I'm going to add a full stick of plant-based butter. I've just got this country crock. I love cooking with this stuff. It really has a lovely flavor. It takes flavors on really well and it bakes really awesome as well. This has been out overnight, so it is super soft. The more at room temperature it is, the easier it's going to be to mix in all those yummy add-ins. Man, could I take any longer to put this butter in the ramekin? I'll cut this short. I'm adding in the garlic, and then after the garlic, I'm adding in the leaves of 3 sprigs of thyme. In my opinion, thyme and mushrooms are the most perfect flavor combination one can get. Add a little or a whole lot of garlic and I am in heaven. So adding in the thyme here, and then after that I'm just gonna season it with a bit of salt and pepper and a dash of red pepper flakes for just a little kick of heat. After that, you just mix it on up with a spoon. We're gonna use probably about a quarter of this mixture for the mushrooms. The rest I will use in pasta sauces. I actually put some of it in soup and it's really lovely. It gives it a more silky texture with a little bit of a bite from that garlic. Definitely something nice to have on hand. Okay, back to our mushrooms. It's been about 6 minutes, like I said, on medium heat. I'm gonna pull off our makeshift weight and go ahead and flip these little babies. Look at that grill mark. I was excited to use this pan for this exact reason. They're looking and smelling lovely. I'm going to add that weight back on and let it go for another 5 or so minutes, and then we'll start basting them with our compound butter. Thanks to the lovely magic of YouTube, it's been 5 minutes. These mushrooms are looking nice and pressed down. I'm adding some dollops of compound butter to them. I'll let everything melt down, and then with my spoon, I'm gonna just baste that butter over our mushrooms until everything is glazed and brown and glistening. I'm also gonna go ahead, as all our butter melts down and we're basting, I'm gonna flip them a couple more times just to make sure we're getting some even crust going on here. Oh, how I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. I didn't totally think through the grill pan other than the grill marks, so I'm gonna have to kind of, with more than one hand, tilt the pan to one side so I can get that butter basting really easily, like so. Then I can take my spoon it up and get it right on top of there. Just gonna flip these again so we can get those crosshatch marks. Oh yeah, these are gonna be good. I have a good feeling. So total time in the pan for my stovetop was about 12 minutes, and they got this gorgeous crust. They smell amazing. They're definitely tender, and the moisture has been pushed out for sure. They're, I'd say, maybe a quarter of the width that they were when we started. Oh, I can't say I ever met a mushroom I didn't like. I think this one's gonna be on the epic side. Let's give them a try. Okay guys, let's give this a shot. Look at that texture. It's like almost a little bit more laminated. It looks like chicken more than beef to me from smushing down those layers. Smells good. That texture from smashing it is on point. It's really good. I think the compound butter added a ton of flavor, so as long as you're adding some sort of flavor to it, it's gonna be good. Okay. Got some char and some crunch. And those little brown bits, you can taste the thyme and the butter and the seasoning. was wondering how these little guys were gonna taste, and it kind of gives like a soft, fatty texture compared to the rest of the mushroom, if that makes any sense at all. If you can get your hands on one of these babies, you should give it a try. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I hope that you're having a lovely January so far, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Cheers.